Hold on tight, because what I'm about to drop isn't on any other channel, and it just came fresh out of the Steel City oven. Jack Romano here, and today we're getting real about what's truly happening with our Pittsburgh Steelers. 4 bombshells, each one hotter than the last, that are shaking up the black and gold nation. We've got an emotional comeback, an offense clicking, a rookie already gunning for a starting spot, and even a major move brewing on the market. But what if I told you all of this could change the course of the season? Are you ready for this? Before we dive into the hot takes on the latest Steelers news, let me ask for that one favor. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon, and smash the like button to show some love. It helps us keep the Terrible Towel Nation alive and ensures this raw, real talk gets to you every single day. My man, if there was one thing that made Heinz Field roar with emotion during that game against the Jaguars, it wasn't just the 31-25 Steelers win, it was seeing our linebacker Cole Hulkcom make his return after more than a year out. And this wasn't some minor tweak, this was a serious knee injury, one of those that puts not just a season but a career in jeopardy. But Hulkcom isn't just anybody. He's pure Pittsburgh toughness, with that steel curtain pride DNA. And the thing that gives me goosebumps about his return isn't the tackle he made or the number of snaps he took, which was only 25. It's the fact that he never hung his head, never believed the dream was over. And what's more, the Steelers stuck with him the whole time. They didn't cut him, they didn't bench him. They made it clear that 55 still had a place on this defense. Technically, of course, he's not at the same speed and explosiveness he once was. And that's okay. It's natural after an injury this massive. That deadly first step he takes to close on a running back is still coming back. But even at 90% physically, he's 100% heart, football IQ, and instinct. And my friend, you can't teach that with physical therapy. This comeback also sends a strong message to the entire NFL. This is the Steelers. We believe in our Warriors, and we give them time to get back to their best. Plus, inside the locker room, this unites the group. The guys see that management values loyalty, and that strengthens the black and gold brotherhood. It's the kind of story that motivates even the last guy on the roster to leave it all on the field. Now, thinking like a true fan, I can't help but wonder if Hulkcom gets into a rhythm, gets that aggression back in the middle of the field, and adds that to the rest of the defense. We're talking about a front seven that can cause headaches for any offense. And I'll tell you, the way he was already positioning himself on the field and directing his teammates shows that his game vision is completely intact. It's no exaggeration to say that just by being out there, he's already made the defense better. And get this. His return could be the missing piece we needed to plug the middle and free up our edge rushers to truly shine. So, will this comeback be the push our defense needs to become the best in the AFC? Hold on, because the next segment might give you some clues. If there's one guy who decided to kickstart the Steelers' passing game in that game against the Jaguars, it was Roman Wilson. And let me tell you, his journey so far hasn't been simple. A year and a half of highs and lows, injuries getting in the way, and not many real chances to prove himself. But then comes Saturday, the first offensive snap. Mason Rudolph looks, sees the kid, and throws a 19-yard bullet. It wasn't a miracle or a video game highlight. It was one of those plays that you feel can change a player's confidence. Wilson, coming from Michigan, caught the ball over the middle, fought through contact, held on tight and said, "I'm here to play." And it wasn't just any defender either. The guy beat Tyson Campbell, a corner known for line pressure and physicality. This already shows that the kid isn't just participating, he's truly competing. And you know what else? Rudolph was on fire, completing his first 6 passes and going back to him for another connection. On that drive, he also found Darnell Washington to cap off a 65-yard 9-play drive. Now, for anyone who remembers, in his rookie year, Wilson barely saw the field, with only 5 snaps, while also dealing with pain and recovery. And that's where the detail that catches my eye comes in. This week, Aaron Rodgers, who isn't shy about what he says, said that Wilson needed to get out of his own head. That he has talent, but sometimes thinks too much before he executes. My man, when a QB of that level says something like that, it's because he sees a ton of potential. Technically, what we saw was a wide receiver who was looser, running routes with confidence, and attacking the ball in the air. He didn't wait for the play to happen. He made the play happen. And that's exactly what the offense needs to get going. Guys who don't just rely on the system, but create beyond it. Now looking at the receiver group, having Wilson get going means more depth and more options for Rodgers to spread the ball around. He's the kind of piece that, if he solidifies his role, can open up space for the big guys and even help the running game flow better. And for the fans, seeing a young talent finally starting to deliver gives us that feeling of hope that we're building for the future. Now, the question remains, is this evolution a one-game thing, or is it the start of a streak that will put his name on the league's radar? Stick around, because the next segment brings more guys who are eager to prove themselves and might change what you think about this roster. This game against the Jaguars wasn't just about resting starters and a good score. It was about finding out who's ready to wear the black and gold and who still needs to catch up. And let me tell you, there were rookies who came in showing they want a permanent spot. Roman Wilson, who we just talked about, was one of them. But what really caught my attention were other names deeper on the roster. Keshawn Williams, for example, a rookie from Indiana, had 2 catches for 55 yards, including a 29-yard touchdown grab where he went up and got the ball in the third floor. That, my friend, is the kind of stuff the entire Black and Gold Nation is buzzing about in the forums the next day. And it wasn't just him. Rock Taylor, another rookie, also looked good with 2 catches for 38 yards. Scotty Miller, a veteran, led the team with 4 catches. And our Swiss Army knife, Max Hurleman, even found the end zone, keeping the hype train going that he's been on since training camp. Now, we can't forget to talk about Derek Harmon, our first-round rookie. The guy was a terror against any group the Jaguars put on the field. The stat sheet might not jump out at you, but anyone who watched the game knows he was everywhere, hitting the right gap, stopping the run, and pressuring the QB. That's the kind of game-changing presence, even in the preseason. But not everything was positive. We had 2 cases that leave a big question mark in the air, DeMarvin Leal and Connor Hayward. Leal was tested as an edge rusher, but couldn't make an impact. He lacks the explosiveness to get to the quarterback and the strength to win with a bull rush. Hayward, on the other hand, has reliable hands, but is buried on the tight end depth chart, being the smallest and worst blocker of the group. And with the receivers doing well and the running backs delivering, it's hard to find a spot for him. The truth is, this game reinforced that for the Steelers, if you want to stay, you have to prove yourself on every single snap. This mix of young guys exciting us and veterans trying to hold their spots creates that internal competition that only makes the roster stronger. And I'll tell you, seeing Harmon already making an impact, the rookies stepping up, and the group fighting for a spot gives me the feeling that our team depth could be one of our biggest weapons this season. Now, hold on, because in the next segment, we're going to talk about a potential major offensive signing, and that could completely change the landscape. Now, get a load of this, because a major market move might be brewing, and you'll only hear this analysis here. Up-to-date sources indicate that the Steelers are eyeing wide receiver Gabriel Davis, 26, who is a free agent after his contract with the Jaguars ended. And this isn't just any target, my friend. The guy has size, speed, and that special knack for showing up in big games, especially in the playoffs. Mike Tomlin is always talking about strengthening key areas, and in the passing game, after the arrival of DK Metcalf and the departure of George Pickens, there's a hole in our depth. The front office, led by Omar Khan, has been following an aggressive and selective approach, and Davis fits that profile perfectly. He can line up out wide or in the slot, is reliable on third downs, and knows how to stretch the field, something that would pair perfectly with Aaron Rodgers' arm. Technically, his presence would give the other receivers room to breathe and take pressure off the younger guys. And there's more. His estimated market value is $13 million annually, which fits under our current cap without preventing future moves. This means the move is possible without a financial Hail Mary. And here's the detail that gets me excited. His locker room reputation is that of a quiet professional, a leader by example, the kind of guy who helps rookies adjust and keeps the unit focused. Imagine that mentality combined with the chemistry with Rodgers, who values players who learn the playbook fast and do their job without being divas. For a die-hard fan, this sounds like that clutch signing that could accelerate the offense's chemistry right in the first half of the season. Of course, we're still talking speculation, and negotiations in the NFL market can change course in a matter of hours. But you can't ignore that it fits the pattern of our other off-season acquisitions: proven talent, immediate impact, and potential for growth. If he signs, it's another message from the Steel Curtain Pride to the league. We're here to compete at the highest level now, not just think about the future. And I'll tell you, with Davis on the roster, DK Metcalf as the primary threat, and Rodgers running the offense, we would have an aerial attack that gives any defensive coordinator a headache. Now, will this deal actually happen, or is it just preseason smoke? Stay with me, because in the conclusion, I'm going to tie it all together and show you why this could be the boldest season we've had in years. Take a deep breath, because what we've seen and discussed today paints a picture that you can't ignore. A veteran coming back from the brink of the end of his career, young guys attacking every opportunity, rookies showing their hunger, and to top it all off, the real possibility of a major signing arriving. This isn't a coincidence, it's by design. And the Black and Gold Nation knows how to recognize when a team is gearing up to make a serious run. Now I ask you, do you believe this group has everything it needs to take the next step? This is the home of the Terrible Towel Nation, and the next chapter promises to be electric.